Right. We have a game. I've been a little sick the last week or so, which is not ideal for playing Dominion, but I'm gonna try here. Just feeling a little off, tired, whatever. This board has a sort of distinct lack of plus buy outside of Marchland, which is awkward as always. We're going to use this Forest Dwellers turn 1, of course, and then figure out what to buy. There is plus gains in Haggler, so like you can keep stuff going through greening. Okay, it's just that you probably want to be trying to get there, I don't know, sooner than later. Trying to figure out, like, I'm being really tempted to open Cutpurse. No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm really tempted to open Cutpurse here, aiming after Recruiter, but I think we're actually going to start with a Quarry. One of the things I'm noticing with Quarry is that, like, later on, if you want to attach a Marchland to a Haggler, if you have Quarry out, you can get the 5 cost actions off of it. So the idea will be get Quarry and then aim after a pretty quick Recruiter here, I'm pretty sure. I guess the other options like go Envoy, try to do a little bit more cycling first. And we'll do that. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that idea a little bit more. This is ugly. Not generally what we were looking for on this turn 2, certainly. I mean, it's making me think I would have rather had that be a Quarry just because, like, next turn I'm going to shuffle into this, but that will be fine. I mean, this just has to be a pass turn, which is not good at all, especially since you're seeing this Envoy. So I'm pretty substantially behind right off the bat here. Just having that turn 2. Take a Recruiter. Okay, we see both, so this is good news. We're like a turn behind rather than, I don't know, unfathomably so. Maybe not even that. Like, we're gonna get through this shuffle. Probably take a Haggler. That seems appropriate. I mean, I think we have a village for it for the most part. And then we can start getting, a couple more cards in than we have been. Yeah, seeing both of these things here probably makes up for the turn 2. Just say this will be a Haggler. Start to get extra gains into the deck. Certainly I don't want you touching that Recruiter. I'm buying here. Could aim for like a Swamp Shacks. We could put the Quarry in now. Crucible will trash down a little bit more, a little bit quicker. I'm really hoping to hit 5, but that's certainly not happening here. I guess my next buy probably wants to be like Haggler or something, so that's going to tempt me to put Swamp Shacks in right now. Just from the perspective of that. I mean, Crucible gets trashed down quicker, but I don't know if that's that valuable. Okay, let's just trash that. We don't need to be playing this Envoy. We're getting our stuff done otherwise. Let's stick another Envoy in. Try to draw for sure. Swamp Shacks doesn't necessarily draw anything. The problem is like maybe you burn a village if you do that. The temptation with Haggler is like maybe you don't get back around to it. I think we're gonna run under that theory. Yeah, that's good. I'll see how badly we struggle with the slight lack of trashing. I'm gonna say it's slight. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel particularly good about it, at least. I guess a little bit more unstable for now. Certainly. Maybe I'd like to be. You know, you're already down to what, 6 junk cards, and I'm still looking at, well, 8, which is not perfect by any means. This looks pretty okay, though. You should deny the recruiter. No, you shouldn't deny the recruiter. I lied. I guess we can go Haggler, Swamp Shack's recruiter. Yeah. This will hopefully draw the other Haggler. Yes. Okay. Alright, so we should be running okay from here. I'm gonna take a Marchland just because that's kind of how we're producing extra gains. I can go Marchland, double Swamp Shacks, Marchland, whatever. Maybe we want to put a Quarry in now. We could also think about another recruiter if we think we need to thin a little bit quicker, which I'm not sure I really do. So maybe we take, like, I don't know, Swamp Shack's Envoy with this. I'm not really that into some of the current positioning where, like, I don't know, if we really want to draw, maybe we want to take, like, Envoy Quarry out of this, or what. I guess there's also something where, like, at some point we're going to need to have more money. Maybe I don't want the Lost City. Actually, don't want the Lost City. I want a Haggler. I want to go, like, Haggler, Swamp Shack's Envoy. Here. Just hope to put together enough draw with that. Okay, this is certainly going better from here. We're probably going to be copper trashing, but well. I mean, we don't want to go into a turn with no villagers, but I think we're fine going into a turn with only 1. Looks like we're going to maybe be going into a turn with only 1. Can always recruit Marchland. That's an option. Right. We don't need to be holding on to these things like they're not necessarily producing points. Probably will want another what's it? Yeah. I mean, just getting the extra draw in early was a pretty big deal, and I mean, getting the Haggler plays was really where it was at. So we'll do another. That was not enough of a game to really call it for the day. What's under there? Dungeon. I'm seeing a pretty distinct lack of draw. Like, actually, there is no draw here. There's also no real trashing, other than, Prepare's not really trashing. So this is going to not be the prettiest. Getting a lot of the Ferryman dungeon seems kind of important. I'm not sure how well that really does. Tempted to prepare turn 2. Like I'm thinking like maybe we can open Nomads, prepare, something like that. Although I'm not sure how much we really want the Nomads as the terminal. I mean, eventually it can be an animal fair off some other plus buy, and we'll get 2 coins out of it. So maybe that'll be the way to go. I don't think a Vassal, like its 1 extra card of cycling, is really that valuable. I think virtually anything's turning into animal fair. So I don't know. I'm just going to prepare here and try to exclude the 2 estates from the shuffle in hopes that I'm going to get a sack of loot out of that. Like see Nomads with 4 coppers would be really nice early on. Yeah, no real draw, no real trashing. So this is going to be more, I guess, ugly decking it with like sacks of loot and just get a bunch of loot and be able to, maybe have 1 or 2 dungeons out, a bunch of ferrymen will be really, really the way to go on this. Vassal. Let's prepare. We did not get our magic thing happening here. So maybe we're just going to take a ferryman. We could prepare the Nomads, but I don't think that's really in order. I don't think there's a way to like practice the Nomads for extra coins. So let's just take the deck grease, so to speak. This will be another one, and I think I'm going to be fine with that. Right? Did I see an estate last turn? I did not. I was trying to figure out like if we're gonna do a ferryman first for sure. I guess we'll discard the estate into the shuffle. I mean, I think I'm maxed out at hitting 5, which I don't even manage to do that. So I don't know. Maybe we prepare this, or we take another Nomads under the theory that we're going to animal fair it eventually. Or we could take a Vassal. I mean, I don't really feel a need for silver, and I don't really feel a need for another thing. So maybe we just prepare here and try to make this next turn go. That is, get up to 6 is the meaning of go here, which I think it should. It's funny, this is like a case where you would actually sort of prefer treasure trove to sack of loot for multiple reasons, really. One is that it's cheaper. I mean, you've seen how well this deck has been working. Did we reach 6? No, we didn't. This is yet another 5. Do we just put another ferryman in? Oh gosh. Maybe. I mean, it's fine to discard dungeons. Eventually we can animal fair them. Yeah. It's like this. There's just this like singular goal of hitting 6 coins, and been completely unable to do that. I mean, if you didn't find your silver, it's not like you're exactly set up to do it either. No, you did find your silver. Right. Sadness. I'm discarding the dungeons here, right? Like if I'm going to be hitting 6. Well, if I don't find an estate... No. I need to be discarding dungeons if I want to reach. Which is, I guess, what we're gonna do here. Just hope that next turn I can get through enough stuff. Which maybe Hammer is not really what you're looking for. I mean, it's probably fine. Gaining Nomads is pretty good, actually. I just don't know that you really want them in the long term. Anyways, next goal is going to be collide sack with Nomads and get our animal fair for 2 coins. That's like my entire goal this game is just do that once. I'd also like to win along the way, but I don't think there's going to be like a particular, thing that makes that happen or not happen. Puzzle boxes, potentially nice. I could take another Nomads. We can always practice them, like, it's fine. I don't know what I'd take with the Nomads. Maybe that's a point against it. I could also just prepare a copper. It's kind of wimpy, but I don't really feel a need to have silver in the deck, so just go that way on things. I don't want to keep one of these dungeons around to hit. Ooh, ouch. Discarding sack is like the last thing you want that Vassal to do. Absolute last thing. One thing to note is that I can stick one of these dungeons in the shuffle if I want to make sure that I'm maintaining like consistent dungeon, which is probably true. Just because presumably I'll have both out. I don't know how well I actually do at getting through deck, but okay. Are we ditching this Nomads now for an animal fair? Almost certainly, right? Spell scroll's pretty okay. I could actually take another animal fair. They're pretty okay to practice. You spend 3 and you net however much on them. And I think that's more valuable than bank. And more valuable than another sack, probably? I don't know. Another sack might be a little bit better. Well, I have the spell scroll in there. That can be the other sack. Let's get another animal fair. Under the theory that they're pretty decent to practice. And I'll have plus buy around. Is practicing an animal fair better than playing it? Practicing animal fair is plus 5, so yes. From here I'm just going to green. I don't think there's anything really left to do to make the deck more prepared for it. I mean, Scammer's a little bit scary just because it's like plus 5 coins, right? You know? Like that's something that will get you provinces when you want them, when you need them. Which maybe is right now. Alright, we're going to do the 2 coppers because we don't want these estates in that shuffle. Okay, we can puzzle box the dungeon. I think that's preferable to playing it. right now. Yeah. We said practicing animal fairs is better than playing them, so I guess we'll practice it. I don't know. I mean, I think I'm just buying province either way, so yeah. And no Squire, so yeah. It's not like it did me a lot, it's just... Good practice, right? Get it? Practice? No? Okay. Your Vassal hitting a sack was actually really quite bad. I'm gonna recognize this. I actually have 2 more loots at this point. So that's good for me. What am I doing with this spell scroll? I have no idea. Might just take gold out of it. Be real. Could also hold it back, right? Like I don't need to use it yet, which means maybe it's better to save for something else. I could just take Duchy straight up from it. That's a fine use of spell scroll, right? We have province otherwise this turn, so you know, just go from green. I guess it could be a Nomads. That's like +4 coins, which would not have been enough for a Duchy, so... Okay, this is... Now you've got to have an animal fair sitting there. Now we're gonna specialist... What? Do you see your animal fair? Yeah. We're a specialist a sack of loot. Okay, I'm good with that. Anything that like isn't a province buy, I'm quite happy with. Shuffle into a bunch of the loot. We can hold the animal fair with the puzzle box, which sounds pretty good, except that I think I want to hold the sextant instead. Cause... Yeah, I don't want to trigger this shuffle with all of these things sitting here. Really don't want to trigger that shuffle with all those things sitting there. Okay. Just see as much stuff as possible. This is a province buy. This is fine. Set aside copper. I think we're looking pretty good, because I don't think double is like at all possible. Therefore, okay. This is a province in hand. Don't need to trigger this shuffle, I don't think. Okay. Hammering and Nomads, what does that get me to? Not a whole lot, it should be an estate. Alright, dungeon out. Lead is 13. Oh, this is a province in hand, so actually we're good. We're just good. There's no way that 13 points is happening over there in one turn, so we'll end up winning this game. I think maybe the Nomad. I mean, I don't think the Nomad is better than Vassal. I think I just had a little bit better draws early. And the one turn where the Vassal hit the sack of loot was like totally devastating. That is so bad to happen over there, and I mean it's not like it's anything that you can do anything about. It's just unlucky. Fair win. Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 games. The second one, I mean, the Vassal hitting was really bad. The first one, I don't actually remember a whole lot about. I think I was getting substantially more lucky at some point. So with that, I'm actually going to just go watch the NFL playoffs the rest of the day, and I'll see you all.